If I don't, think about it. Marriage is essentially the game of consolidation. That's not what your enemy really wants. The enemy wants you separate, because marriage is, let's go get this house or apartment together. But the oppression that we deal with says, no. You're strong enough to raise this child by yourself. And whilst I'm gonna charge you over here in Midtown, I'm gonna charge him rent over here in wherever he's staying. I'm gonna charge you taxes on this house, charge him taxes. Separation is the ultimate game. And if we understood, I don't give a damn if you marry, well, you call yourself modern, traditional, contemporary, whatever the hell, the strongest and most competent way to deal with and defeat the genuine oppression that we battle with is to have a codified family unit. However you accomplish it is how you get there. But you got to get there first. But if I can keep you fighting amongst each other, if I can keep black men and black women fighting about who needs to go to the gym, who needs to eat this, do this, I've won the game. I've won the game.
Thank you.
You're getting ahead of yourself, Austin, man. This is supposed to be for the last topic.
Sweeney, we are not enemies.
No, I said he got ahead of himself. This is supposed to be for the main topic.
No, black men and black women.
He was hitting. I'm just saying he was supposed to say
I do this. Every once in a while I get,
was supposed to save that one, boy, because that
topic coming up. Argument.
I got it. I just ain't pulled it out yet.
That's something I've been saying for a minute, Austin, bro. I'm with you 100%.
But I wouldn't, you know what? I would not have understood that without having gone through, the mistakes that I made. But that's where it requires, life is about a combination of experience that's gained and experience that's obtained from listening. Mm-hmm. A lot of us don't want to listen, though. That's a problem. Now, that's something that is universally wrong with us as well. I think everyone on this panel would agree with that. We don't do enough damn listening. Sometimes we do too much damn talking.
So let me ask you this. You say the church, we got away from the church. And I would like to believe that, but something's telling me that when I look through the doors of a church today, can I see a representation of the nuclear family?
No, you cannot.
No.
What you see in the black church today is first of all, I'll never forget this. I went to a church in Augusta a long time ago, and the pastor he said, "Are there any single women in the church?" About half the damn congregation stood up. Are there any single men in the church? Good section of the congregation stood up. He said, "Gentlemen, your wife could be over here." But a lot of the men started looking around because there was something there was a consistency. A lot of those women in the church were single mothers. A lot of men do not want to have to be responsible for the raising of children that are not theirs biologically for this reason. It's not necessarily, because I've had conversations with men about this. It's not that they don't want to raise the kids. They don't feel the authority to properly discipline the children being granted unto them by the mother. Now that is a very hidden conversation.
Well, he's not really a man, Austin. I just want you to just keep that in mind. Because when a woman totally respects a man, his authority goes down to her child also. If she respects him,
I can sympathize with there.
Come on,
but you also have to understand as well, though, he's still a man. But you have to understand a lot of this is coming from women. I haven't talked to as many women as men about why this happens, but the women I've had this conversation with have said they don't want to have the new guy disciplining their child because it could create a problem with the baby daddy and then the new husband. So there's a series of problems that exist. Again, why single parent households are not the most.
But you scared away
I just want to speak from experience. I've dated single mothers, and I've stepped in and not necessarily, but parented their children with absolutely no problem. Because when a woman respects you, she teaches the child to respect the same person. So I don't really understand how a woman can actually see you as a man of leadership and trust you, and then turn around and don't allow their child to trust the same person she trusts. So I'm probably from another planet or something.
I see it on another planet, bro, because that is not the case.
That happens though. I've seen it at least in my space. I've seen where women do not want the man to discipline. They don't mind them being around and being that male figure, right? But they don't want them to go too far and discipline even with their own kids. It's not just the kid that's not theirs. It's their kids too. It's just women in general. We're just more emotional, and we don't want the certain type of discipline that some men have could be a little bit too harsh, and we're like, okay, yeah, we don't want you doing
I'm not talking
that.
about whooping the kid. I'm not talking about that. But I'm talking about authority over the whole household. I take over the whole goddamn household. And I just want to say this, and it's just me, maybe just me. I dated a woman, and their kids were like 9 and shit like that, right? Their kids grew up and graduated from high school. I think they were 3 years apart. Both kids invited me to their graduation 3 years apart. Both of the kids invited me to their graduation.
But who cares? Like, when the only reason why you were so well of a father to them, you was getting some ass. If you want to be honest. But
the bottom line is she allowed me to have dominion over the whole household. And if a woman does not
How many bills did you hear the word
over the whole household?
Operative word allowed.
What type of man that is?
Allowed.
He must be trash.
Operative word is allowed.
Exactly.
She allowed.
She had authority over you.
The key to having control is by giving it away. So I don't have a problem.
How many bills did she pay of yours? Well,
none.
She had authority over you. You
None.
paid her bills. And you got some ass.
And raised her babies.
And raised her kids. And look at you now. You don't even have her.
I don't have no problem with that.
She can't fix you a sandwich a day.
I don't have no problem with that. I ain't one of them all. I'm proud
Bruce,
of
you hell for that shit. That was
but see, here the thing is,
I got enough of the ass. Now I don't move on.
So let me go to
oh
Austin.
My God, not he made her just a sexual object.
You kind of skipped over this over the divas that's in the pool pit, and you said, the pastor said, "Oh, them women could be your wife." But the thing that pastor didn't understand, that a lot of them women's that's in them pew pits,
a lot of them women folk.
Or the Angela Whites of society. They're humble women. They're humble women. And men recognize that and they're like, okay, what are women doing whenever they finish busting it open? They go to church and they pray. Hit it one more time for me, JR.
That was me. That was mine.
Go ahead.
The net of it is.
Just let it go, man. You can't be letting Bruiser cook you like this.
But hey, I like Bruiser, but it's solid. I like that. That was all right. That was all right.
Can we let Kelly talk? It's been like,
look like
the whole roast session.
Let's turn it to Miss Kelly then. Miss Kelly, from your perspective, what would you say is, because pointing it back to Bruiser's question because he asked me, is the black church at this point, can it be restored to its original strength in the black community, or has it lost its way?
Hell no.
From your perspective.
Don't believe that. See, that's the bullshit that we got to deal with. Anything that has a problem can be fixed as long as
I agree it can be.
But
I'm
you got
asking,
life
I'm
and
asking her
oxygen breathing to your body, you can fix anything. And that's the mindset we got to have as a people, specifically us.
I agree with that.
You got to have that mindset.